Hey gang, John Bacarella here with your Lake St. Clair Fishing Report, brought to you by Sportsmen's Direct. It is Thursday, July 15th, and what can I say? Weather has still been pretty wild. It's been up and down and lots of wind and storms, but for the guys that have been getting out, just like last week, they've been catching fish. Smallmouth bite has still been going, albeit much deeper, and probably numbers, I mean, obviously less than what we get in the springtime, but I know some guys that are averaging, 15 to 20 fish per outing out there. If you look at the weights coming into the scales for the tournaments, they're right around that 21 plus pound range to win the event. So still got some really good average size fish out there. And everything's going to just be still going deeper and deeper. I mean, we're 74 degrees water temp, which is down from 2 degrees from last week at Belle Isle. So I think we did, like I said last week, I thought we hit our peak, and I do think we did hit our peak water temps, and it will start to come down as those hours of daylight go down as well. I mean, that happens every year. But we are definitely in a summer pattern out there. For you perch guys, I keep getting reminded over and over again. I got reminded this week by one of our customers out there in a kayak catching big perch, and I know he was not out real deep. He was out in about 10 feet of water out there. So you got the 10 foot out here right off of Crocker area, and guys catching fish perch last week down shallow down by the Grosse Pointe Yacht Club, and I think you're starting to see a pattern, right? So you got these heavy weed beds in tight, and you got these big perch roaming around on these flats. And so for the guys, especially on those blow days when you can't get way offshore out to those deeper water fish, don't be afraid to poke around in those weed beds along the shoreline. In that 10, 11, 12 foot range, there's still a lot of big quality fish in that shallow water. Same thing for panfish. A lot of guys are catching bluegills and pumpkin seeds. I mean, that goes all year long, and that's going to be in those shallows as well. Let's see, walleye fishing. Walleye fishing still, Main Lake is still going good. Don't be afraid to try that, 3.5, 4 mile out from shore range long before you get to the channel. Watch your fish finders. Watch for those weed beds popping up, and watch for those fish marks on the outside of those weed beds. You'll find those fish right out there in the middle. You'll also find fish out by the channel. They've been there all year, and they'll stay there from 26 out till 28. Try fishing maybe in a mile and a half from the channel. Same deal. Look for those weed bed guys this time of the year, and you will find those walleyes out there. Same thing over in that northeast corner of the dump. Plenty of fish over there on those weed beds as well. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we're in the middle of summer and not much changes right now till that water temperature really starts to fall off and those weeds start to die off. So we're going to stay in this summer pattern really all through for the rest of this month and into August for sure. So I wanted to bring something up too. This has nothing to do with Lake St. Clair, but have you guys seen some of those fish that are coming out of Lake Michigan right now? I mean, we saw it was a 39.2 pound king, I think, caught last week out there. What a beast. And with the rain that those guys have got up in the northern part of the state right now, and north winds that they've had, I think you're going to really see those big kings come into the rivers early up there. I hate to lose all our customers up there for kings every year in the fall, or actually should say late summer, but I know it's going to happen, and you guys just have a blast up there, because if you've never caught like a 30 pound, or I should say hooked a 30 pound plus king in a river, it's a hoot. 39 pounds, good luck landing that one. Out in the boat, it's one thing. In the river, it's a totally different thing. See, what else do we got going on out there? Muskie fishery. Last week, the MOMC had a tournament, and they did have some nice fish come in. I think it was like 52 inches or so that won the event. So still fish to be had out there. I know you guys still want to get over to Canada and fish that big open deep water out there this time of the year. Right now, that border is still closed, so nobody's going to Canada. So you're stuck over here on the American side, unfortunately. But there are still fish to be caught, although you do have to contend with all the speedboats out there, and all the partiers and all the weeds that they churn up. So that's just the nature of the beast this year. Sturgeon opens this weekend. Actually, I think it opens tomorrow, or actually midnight tonight, I think, actually. I'm not a big sturgeon fisherman. I've caught a few out there, and they're a blast to catch, but the guys that target them up there, especially around the North Channel up in the St. Clair River, they definitely catch a lot of those fish. If you want to get out and try it, it's a night bite, and it's a pretty wild experience. I've been looking forward to hooking up with one of these guys one of these years and going out and doing it just so I can say I did it. Fish that I've caught have all been caught during the daytime, especially like jigging for walleye in the spring, but nothing monstrous like these 4, 5, 6 footers that these guys catch up there that are targeting them. So if you get a chance to get up there, the guys do fish for them from shore in different locations. I'm not going to give out any of those specific spots so that you guys get all crowded out. But they do catch sturgeon from shore up on the St. Clair River, which is pretty interesting as well. So you can imagine hooking one of those big fish from shore and just hoping that he stays up in the area where you're at, because there's no chasing him downstream. That's all I've got for the fishing report this week. It's been, like I said, it's been crazy weather. We've got a little bit more crazy weather coming in tomorrow. Looks like a rain day, and then supposed to improve on Saturday and going into Sunday. So if you get a chance, get out there and take advantage of this summertime patterns that we got going on St. Clair. Hey, if you like this video content and you want to get updated as soon as the next video is out there, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon, and you'll get notified as soon as the next video is up.